Now we're going to question 22. Here we have a line intersecting a parabola. And the rule for intersections is that you should get both equations in the y equals format and set them equal. Usually they're both already in the y equals format, but here you have to do a little work. Just go ahead and divide by 2 on both sides, and you'll get y is c over 2. Now we can set that equal to y equals negative 2x squared plus 9x. So that'll look like this. C over 2 equals negative 2x squared plus 9x. And from here, we can say to ourselves, well, this has x squared. Therefore, this is a quadratic. And to solve a quadratic, you want to get everything on one side equal to 0, preferably with the x squared side being positive. This being a harder question, we've got a little more work to do. We'll multiply by 2 on both sides. C is negative 4x squared plus 18x. Now we want to add the 4x squared and take away the 18x because we'd rather have it on this side where x squared is positive rather than being on this side where x squared is negative. So 4x squared minus 18x plus c is equal to 0. And from here, we have to have noticed the all-important clue that this is happening at one point. In other words, there's one solution, and the number of solutions for a quadratic is a reference to the idea of the discriminant. So the part under the radical is called the discriminant in the quadratic formula, which you should know by heart. And if the discriminant is positive, 0, or negative, you have different numbers of solutions. If it's positive, if you solve this out, you'd get 2 solutions. If it's 0, if you solve that out, you'd have only 1 solution, just 2/3. And if it's negative, no solutions, a negative under a radical. So when this question tells us that there's one solution, it's telling us that b squared minus 4ac equals 0, with this being a, this being b, this being c. So b squared minus 4ac, negative 18 squared minus 4 times c. Negative 18 squared is 324 minus 16c equals 0. Add the 16c to the other side. 324 equals 16c. And now on the calculator, we have 324 divided by 16, which is 20.25.